Facebook. Oh, but this one you use in your life. Future for understand. Sure. All right, so I'm seeing it there. Greetings and salutations. Welcome, friends and family. International Moon Day 2023. Well, maybe not 2023, because in my world, the world of moon tales, moon runnings, we tell stories past, present, and future of how we share the moon. Yes, the moon is shared. And not just now when people are talking about going to Mars, and we now have a settlement on the moon called Lunarville, started by the United Planetary Society to assure the right to space. But I will get ahead of myself. Let me welcome my guests to Lunarville at night on this very special edition in the year 2038. Life is booming, and we now have business from all around the world because of all the advances that have been done in Asia, in Africa, from Nigeria in the West, Ghana to Angola, to Tanzania, to Uganda, and to Kenya. We now have Africans and our own village here in Lunarville. Upstairs, the United Planetary Society to assure the right to space is doing its job in a fine way. But I get ahead of myself again. I should begin at the beginning, where it all began, and let you know that I was the first Jamaican on the moon. Yes. And let me tell you, today on Moon Day 2038, I am quite the oldest. And though you might see me looking quite young, trust me, all of these new herbs and technology and food. And yes, I have an ear implant and a bionic hip, but I can move under the holodeck like everybody else. But yes, I was the first Jamaican on the moon. How I got here is a long story. I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing, but I want to tell you the beginning of the beginning. It was the year 2016. And it was the year after the world had decided that they had set themselves some lofty goals, the Global Sustainable Development Goals, 17 goals, 169 targets. I guess it was one for almost every country. You know, the world had agreed on everything, but somehow between the year 2000 and 2015, they had worked, they had wrangled, and came up with these goals to save humanity from catapulting themselves into total distress and self-destruction. Well, I decided that I wanted to be the planetary conscious from Jamaica. I was going to be the ambassador with our portfolio for the development of the Sustainable Development Goals. You know, a body like that, ambassador title. Well, I pushed and I prodded and I tried, and not a soul would give me no title. So I decided to give myself the own title by coming up with a way to create what I call planetary consciousness. So I thought, and I thought, and I thought, and I thought, aha, the only way we can get the world to behave as one is if people were able to see the world as one. And the only place you can do it is from space. Well, I could have thought about the ISS. Why stop there? The sky's the limit. Some people say the sky's no limit, because guess what? Beyond the skies, there is space. So I decided to put myself on the moon. Well, friends, I decided to research. I started researching about moon this, moon that, and I came about on this man that was selling the moon. Yes, this company. So I decided that I was going to buy a certificate for my acreage of the moon. It was going to be a gag. I was going to put it on the wall, and I was going to say, I own a piece of the moon. I called the guy. Hello, I understand you're selling pieces of the moon. Yes, you can get a certificate saying you own a tract on the moon for 50. I said, I definitely have one of those, no problem. Excuse me, before you hang up, I saw also that you were looking for ambassadors. You know, I always wanted to be an ambassador, right? Here was going to be my opportunity. Can you imagine? Ambassador from the Lunar Embassy to the Caribbean region. Yes, I saw you were looking for ambassadors. What would I have to do to become a lunar ambassador to the Caribbean region? Well, man, you gotta pay us $10,000, and you gotta guarantee a certain number of sales per year in order to retain your license to sell the moon and be an ambassador for our embassy. Did you say $10,000? Yes, ma'am, you gotta pay $10,000 to get the license, and then you gotta guarantee a certain number of sales. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll call you back. I'll give you some thought. Thank you. Call you back. Click. All this time, I can't remember my name. All this time, I thought this man was joking. Everybody had it as a gag. Lots of people buy the certificate. I mean, yes, the outer space a hole in it. It did